Hello, friends. Welcome back to the show. I did a couple minutes on this recording session already, and then so you can see I've started working on the turbo granny face. And then I realized I had my audio off, so you missed a couple of minutes, but it's no big deal. Remember, this is what we did last time. Serpo's up top, two figures in the middle, Okarun and Momo, and then down in the bottom corner we're going to do some kind of turbo granny, so I'm just drawing that face first, and then we will lay it all in. I'm not sure if the stuff you missed was really all that important in terms of like what I was talking about. I was talking about using the Pomodoro technique of time management, which, if you're not familiar, involves setting a kitchen timer to 25 minutes and working diligently throughout that 25 minutes. Then when that 25 minutes is over, you take a 5-minute break. Repeat the process. The act of winding the timer is supposed to help you psychologically commit to the block of work that you're about to do. Now, I don't actually have a physical kitchen timer, so I'm just using a timer on my phone, which is not supposed to be as effective because you're not taking that physical action of winding the timer. But we will see how it works for me. Doing this thing now where I'm trying not to spend money on stuff if I can avoid it. Which is kind of just a great rule of thumb in general. Can we move past capitalism? Boy, that would be great. I was reading this thing the other day about Patreon and how Patreon has become about creators having to do extra things in order to earn your subscription dollars, where it used to be essentially patrons coming to you because they wanted to support what you were already doing, and now the expectation is like that you have to do extra, you have to do more. It's like, boy, I feel like I already do a lot. I don't have a Patreon. I have a Ko-fi. So if you like what I do, you can check out my Ko-fi page and maybe leave me a small tip. That's always appreciated. No tip is too small. Every little bit counts. Not doing this with a particular thing in mind. Maybe I should be. Face is kind of too long. Do my best to just lay in the basics, but get the wrinkles on the forehead. I think I got the eyes too close together too. Yeah, I really want to use this Pomodoro thing to kind of light a fire under me in a lot of ways. And you know what I used to do with the videos was essentially try to talk over my entire drawing. Which is a little bit laborious. And recently I did a time-lapse short that was like 20 seconds long. You may have seen it. It's my most popular video so far. But it's the Lavender Town meme with Hatsune Miku, and I don't know, I guess I'm not future-proofing myself by talking about this because the lifespan of a meme is like a week and a half now. But in any case, it made me rethink the way that I do videos. And these ones especially, I really want to get more into like live streams. So I think this kind of stuff might be might move over to a live stream kind of format. And when I do drawing videos, do like a little speed up in between the parts where I'm talking. If I have something to say, obviously I'll stop and say it. But other than that, kind of keep it moving. I want you to see parts of the process, but I also want this to be interesting for you. So, and you know, if you want the really long, drawn out ones, plenty of that on the channel already. Check it out. But so much of like making stuff is about figuring out what works and what doesn't. And if a video style is not getting a ton of views, maybe it's something that you need to look at. And I'm not saying that you need to create specifically for an audience. That's kind of silly. Chasing that stuff will drive you crazy. But if you can make adjustments to your process in such a fashion that your workflow essentially remains the same, but your output is a little bit different, then yeah, there's no reason to not explore that. Everybody likes to be successful. Being successful is an enjoyable thing. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but kind of an easy, common way to express age is to have a lot of lines on the face of your character. So we're doing that here. This is another thing I learned about recently is on the face, when you have an older character, sharper cheekbones and the cheeks a little bit more sunken in, as opposed to a youthful face, which is typically more rounded. So Turbo Granny, very severe cheekbones, and then bringing the kind of the jowls in. Tough to tell because of how much hair she has, but we're gonna do our best to communicate it. Gotten to a point now where it's like I like half of this, right? You can. I was gonna cover it up so you could see, but you can tell by looking at it with your eyeballs which half I'm talking about. We'll get there. No eyebrows on Turbo Granny, just like Worm Tongue. So my original concept for this was to do it almost like a playing card, and I think I'm gonna end up doing that. Just because I think it uses the space a little bit better. Need to make sure the pupils are better than that. I'm actually gonna take them out because they're distracting me. Working on this poster has kind of been a saga for me. I don't know. I got really far into my head about a lot of it. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I think there was a combination of kind of coming back from a long period of time of not making videos. And when you work on something like this, sometimes there's just like this general feeling that it's like, oh, it's an undertaking, right? Oh, I gotta be careful. Which is like, I don't know, you want to take your work seriously, but not so seriously that it prevents you from doing it. That was always one of the greatest challenges for me getting started as an artist, was it's like I was both impatient and wanted to get things out the door, but also said to myself, like, oh, we can't do it until it's perfect. Weird, like, combination of I don't know what the opposite of a perfectionist is, but wanting things to be perfect, but not understanding what that actually looks like. And the work suffers as a result of that. So you have to be willing to let stuff go out the door when it's not perfect, but you also need to be able to recognize when something is not ready to go out the door. As Chris Straub would say, presenting all news, still no solution to this problem. All right, that's looking pretty good turbo granny wise. Let's shade up the face a little bit and then turn this all back on and realize how much work I have to do to fit everything in. Do this the fast way. Cool, not bad.